Hey there, hi there, ho there. It's me there, Bear there. This is the Zeg Radio channel. We're doing a live panel tonight, and that panel is to do a music reaction. What? We haven't done one of these since like before Halloween, I think. It's been a minute since we've done one of these. I got Connell and Sergeant Dan back for it, and Sven is joining us for the first time ever for one of these. So say hi, Sven.
Hey guys.
Sven doesn't have a headset on. He has to mute and unmute, so it's gonna be fun watching that play out the hard way.
He's gonna have a dark moment.
If the music sucks, at least there's comedy, right? Right? All right, we got two albums we're going to be listening to today. One is Rebirth by Red Foxe, and the other is a new artist that I'm not going to tell you about until we start listening to them. I said them. I didn't give you their gender. I'm being all coy and mysterious. As always, we listen to a song and then we discuss it, and anybody watching in the audience, of which currently there are 0 people watching in the audience, so that's fun. We would like you to tell us what you think of the songs. I'm going to just take a quick second, if you guys don't mind, and I'm going to go remind everybody on the Discord that we're doing this, since they sometimes forget, because life is hard and full of challenges. So let me go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to do the one that annoys everybody by going at everyone, because I got a notification. If you're not smart enough to figure out how to turn those off on Discord yet, I don't know what to do with you. We are live now. All right, maybe we'll get an audience, maybe we won't. We'll see what happens. So, gentlemen, how have you been?
Hooray.
Getting ready for a road trip.
Where are you going on your road trip, Connell?
Back down to Florida.
Why are you going to Florida, Connell?
To pick up my oldest stepson.
Why? Is Greyhound not a thing anymore?
I wouldn't trust anybody on Greyhound these days. It is
Amtrak not a thing anymore?
No. Well, Amtrak is, but not route where I'm living.
Airplanes not a thing anymore?
Yes, but it's cheaper to drive.
You say that, but how many days is it going to take?
Well, I get that. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm stopping at my aunt's for 3 days down in Florida, and I'm taking my daughter down to Universal Studios to the Harry Potter experience. So I'm at least getting something out of it, plus the handful of cigar lounges I'm going to stop at.
So you're literally making it a road trip and taking a vacation, not just picking up your eldest stepson.
Oh, I'm getting something out of the deal. Don't squeeze the juice. Don't squeeze the fruit unless you're going to get some kind of juice out of it.
It's amazing. You almost got that out. It was amazing. You were like just walking around it. It's like, is the squeeze worth the juice? Or no, is the juice?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, all right. You're making me stupid, so I'm going to move on. Sven, first time here. How you doing, brother?
Excellent. Spring break, so I'm going to go back to school tomorrow. That's not so awesome, but had a week off.
Oh, nice. I got next week off. This week I got to work, but then the week after I took a week. I'm like, fuck all y'all. I need a week of just not looking at any of your faces or talking to you. Screw off. So that's going to be nice. All right, cool. And Sergeant Dan, how the fuck you been? We don't see you anymore because you've been so busy with real life.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
Yay.
All right, we got him easier. All right, we got a couple of people watching. We might as well jump into it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's not gild further of the lily. So we're going to be listening, like I said, to the Red Foxe album. I finally made the whole album because I finally figured out who the fuck she is, which also means I removed her lipstick grenade, because in figuring out who she was, I figured out she wouldn't be a lipstick grenade kind of person. So I had to move on from that. But this is going to be an album, and I don't know. Look, you might like it. You might not. We'll see what happens. There it is. We're going to start with the first track on the album. I'm going to play the track in order from start to finish. We're going to do one song at a time and discuss. And this one is called Static in the Quiet.
You belong there, like the night let you in. No sound in the doorway, just the weight settling in. I kept my eyes on the ceiling, counted cracks, counted lines. Like if I stayed somewhere else, you would pass me by. I learned early here. There's a kind of noise I made inside my head, static in the quiet, drowning out what you said. I held it like a shield, I let it take the place, static in the quiet, so I wouldn't break. You never raised your voice, never needed to speak. Everything was understood in the way you would breathe. I learned how not to move, how to make myself small, how to stay out of reach while you were right there at all. If I stayed still enough, you might not see me there. There's a kind of noise that doesn't make a sound, static in the quiet when you are around. I kept it running loud so I wouldn't hear, static in the quiet every time you were near. You never said my name, not the way it was mine. I never made a sound. There's a kind of noise I carry even now, static in the quiet. I still hear it somehow. You fade in the distance, but it stays in place, static in the quiet. I can't quite erase.
All right, there it is. The first track of the album, Static in the Quiet. What do we think? Colin, you want to start us off?
Yeah, as soon as I learn how to turn myself off mute, I like it. I like the intentional actual static that's in the song. For a second, I'm like, fuck, are my speakers going out? So I thought that was a novel effect of the song. Very angry, not as what I was expecting, but I like it.
Okay. Sven, what are you thinking?
Like the drums in there, they're pretty intense, and the guitar. I always get off on the guitar stuff. So, great voice. Yeah, nothing like the other stuff I've heard from her, but yeah, there's not a lot out there yet. So this will be pretty awesome to hear the rest of it.
Okay. Sergeant Dan.
Like it. It has a edge of state of quandary to it.
A little bit, yeah. Well,
Um,
most angry women are going to sound angry, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of saying, Velvet Vice and Tommy Ray kind of have a similar sound, Anyway, keep going.
No, I'm with Sven. The guitars, the little bit of Joan Jett in there
Mm-hmm.
to just enough to give it that 80s feel.
Okay.
Mm.
The lyrics not hit for any of you guys? Nothing taken away from those lyrics?
I have a few questions about the lyrics.
Well, really? Like what?
The way it sounds, I might have just been reading it wrong. It sounds like a very nasty breakup, amongst other things on top of said breakup. Kind of things that we don't talk about on YouTube, reason for breakup. It had the lyrics were interesting. Kind of reminds me of an Evanescence song, just the tone. So I'm trying not to read too much into the lyrics because that could get me in trouble. At least to
Well,
say
it is ultimately a story album.
okay.
Both albums you're going to hear tonight are telling a story from start to finish.
Yeah, somebody did her dirty.
Maybe you'll figure out who it was by the time the story's over. Sven, Sergeant, anything you want to add to that, or should we move on to the next track?
It's not Tommy Ray again that caused this problem, is it?
Oh, no. This wasn't. No.
Sorry, Connell.
It's like,
No, it wasn't Tommy Ray. All right.
Well, that's good at least.
Well, no. When you find out why, you'll be like, no, that's still not good. All right.
Sure
The next song on the album is called Teeth of the Key. And I figured out how to turn the volume up on it, so you should get a clearer sound on this one.
I don't think about it much, not in ways you'd recognize. Just a corner of a sound, just a shift behind my eyes. It comes back without a shape, no beginning, no end. Just a moment out of place that I'm standing in again. There are things that don't fade out, they just learn to stay quiet. I still hear the teeth of the key turning slow inside of me. Not a door I ever see, just the sound it leaves in me. I don't reach for it, don't try, but it never passes by. It's a language without words that I never unlearned. It's not something I recall, like a story I could tell. More like pressure in the walls, more like knowing it too well. I can feel it in the dark, in the spaces in between. Not a thought, not even close, just the shape of what it means. There are things that don't let go, even when you never hold them. I still hear the teeth of the key turning slow inside of me. No lock I can undo, no release, no breakthrough. I don't fight it, don't speak, still it moves underneath. Every quiet, every breath, every step I haven't left. It's not loud, it never was. That's the part that stays. You don't hear it, but I do. Every time it plays. I still hear the teeth of the key turning slow inside of me. Not a door, not a place, just a mark I can't erase. I don't name it, don't try, but it's always nearby. In the silence, in the seam,
All right, teeth of the key. We'll start with Sven this time. What'd you take away? What'd you feel? What are your thoughts? I sneak over here and grab a bite of my supper.
All right. I like the lyrics. I mean, I really was thinking about what that meant, you know, the teeth and all that stuff and what she's unlocking. Something intense that's kind of hidden back there. I still don't know exactly what it is, obviously. I love how it goes at the end, kind of, well, not really the end, close to the end, where it really just comes down to her voice and then just a little bit of that guitar.
Yeah.
And it just kind of shows off her voice, and that's a cool sound there.
All right.
I'll think about it more if I get anything.
No worries. Sergeant Dan, what do you got?
Yeah, she's still getting over it. There's because she can feel that key being inserted and turned.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, and no, intense. There's a longing. Oh my God, I got Connell's disease.
Please give to the United Way so we can help children like Sergeant Dan fight Connell's disease. You can give it your local library. Sorry, Connell.
And she's pissed off she has it.
Okay. That's interesting. Interesting take. All right, Colin, what'd you make of it?
I like the music. The music is somber and angry. I love the sound of the guitar and the subtleness of the drums in it's just fucking amazing. I thought that was really cool. Lyrically, I'm trying to find the right words. The mental scars are she's still dealing with the mental scars. It's I'm going to be very interesting where the story is going. It took me some effort not to just listen to lyrics, but actually just listen to the music as well, because it's got my interest. I'm hoping I'm wrong in this situation, but I don't think I am,
Okay.
and so that's got my interest.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Again, everybody watching, if you have opinions, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll listen to them for sure. You wanted to add something, Sven?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I went from, like Connell, I kind of went from the extreme. I listened to music, the first one, and I kind of spaced on the lyrics. And so when you asked the question, I'm like, oh, geez, I didn't do that. So this time I was listening to the lyrics, and then I didn't listen to the sound as much. But
All right.
I'll do better next time.
Don't worry, man. There's no good or bad. It's all the process, right? Music is subjective, and what we're doing is a subjective experiment to see what we take away from it. That's a lot of people always say these things. They say AI music has no soul. I would like to think that by this point I've proven that statement absolutely fucking wrong.
Right.
But
well, you guys,
people are still going to argue.
When you got the story behind you that you have, a lot of times that really means it adds a lot to it, because you're like, okay, this means something. What does this mean to this person? It's like it's a story it adds. It makes it really cool.
Well, when most AI songs, as I've always said, are about farts and cheese or their cat, But if you make some effort into it and you actually pay attention to your lyrics properly, you can actually make something that's worth something. All right, next song is called What Stayed Behind.
Go back there anymore. Not the rooms, not the doors. Still I know the shape of them, like a map under my skin. There were things I couldn't keep, things I buried just to sleep. If you ask me where they went, I won't say, I won't pretend. Not the kind you leave behind, it's the kind that leaves alive. You know me better by what stayed behind, not what I carried, but what I couldn't bring to life. You see
Uh-oh.
Can you guys hear it still?
Nope.
No.
Looks like it stopped.
Yeah, my system just did a weird thing. Let me back it up a couple of seconds. Come here. Boop-a-doo-a-doo, and try again.
Like what stayed behind. There are names I don't recall, just the echo in the hall, just the feeling something's there when I turn and no one's there. I got good at letting go of the things I couldn't hold. Now they live where I don't go. Still they follow, still they know. It's not the weight you learn to bear, it's the one that's always there. You know me better by what stayed behind. Not what I carried, but what I couldn't make mine. You see the damage, but not the cost. I didn't lose it, I just couldn't bring it I built a life out of what remained, cut it clean, gave it a name. But there are pieces I never found, and I don't dig them out. You'd know me better by what stayed behind. Not every scar gets to be defined. You hear me singing, you see me stand, but you don't know me like what I couldn't carry in my hands.
All right. What stayed behind? I guess we're going to start with Sergeant Dan this time. What are your takeaways?
Yeah, she's still dealing with those scars because she's singing about what stayed behind. Very good 80s power ballad right there, and the synth piano in it, and not a real piano. It's synth that you hear, a very 80s feel to it.
All right, Colin, you got something?
She's dealing with it. The music, yeah, I'm not gonna. Sergeant Dan's got it on the nose. Very 80s. Yeah. Lyrically interesting. It's like not want to say therapy mode, but there's a little bit of self healing ish towards it. I need to hear more before I can get my head around it a little bit better, or at least listen to it one more time.
Okay. Sven, what do you got?
Well, I think that really is great about as far as how people really work with stuff. You don't really notice all the stuff that's going on inside them, but you can kind of see stuff that maybe has been brought up on the outside. Like, that they deal with this because their family's got this going on or whatever. Like in the schools, I see this sometimes with people or whatever. As a counselor, I kind of see this where they have these symptoms that show up on the outside, but the real problem is what's on the inside. and you don't know what that is. A lot of times they really, people will hold on to that and it just bubbles up. You know, there's something in there. You don't always know what it is. And so she's got a feeling that she's kind of worked it out that, hey, you don't know me. You know me what the outside looks like, because the stuff on the outside that's in the media, that's what you're seeing. But on the inside, that's what I am. That's what I've been formed by. I'm still holding on. I'm still carrying some of these things. So yeah, I love those lyrics. That's really, talking about someone's inside, their brain, how they're working.
I feel you. I'll talk about it after the album. Okay, so let's move on then. The next song is called No Witness.
There's no record of it now, no mark you'd recognize, nothing written in a hand, nothing left behind. You could stand inside the room and never know the shape, nothing broken on the floor, nothing out of place. It doesn't need a name, it doesn't need a sound. No witness, no sound. Still I know what I found. No light, no trace. Still it stays in place. You don't see it in me. You don't hear it out loud. No witness, no sound. Still I know what I found. I stopped looking for a sign, stopped waiting to be seen. There's a line I never crossed, still it crosses me. You can say it isn't there, nothing you can prove, but I learned a different truth in the things I couldn't move. It doesn't ask to be believed, it doesn't disappear. No witness, no sound. Still I know what I found. No mark, no claim. Still it stays the same. You don't carry it with me. You don't feel it now. No witness, no sound. Still I know what I found. record of it now. No mark you'd recognize. Nothing written in a hand. Nothing left behind. You could stand inside the room and never know the shape. Nothing broken on the floor. Nothing out of place. It doesn't need a name. It doesn't need a sound. No witness, no sound. Still I know what I found. No proof, no frame. Still I carry the weight. You can leave it alone. You can turn it around. No witness, no sound. Still I know what I found.
Okay, we're back around to Connell to start us off. What do you think of No Witness?
I that's not a forgiveness song. I don't want to label it as a forgiveness song,
Mm-hmm.
but that is a song that's not an exception. It's calling you out for your shit. That's what that is. There might not be witnesses, but we both know what you fucking did.
Okay.
And I'm really going to have to go back and re-listen to this because I'm losing. I've always been a lyric guy. As many times as you had me on these panels, I've always been all about the lyrics.
Of course.
And I'm afraid that because of that, I'm missing out on the music. What I'm catching from the music is absolutely fucking gorgeous. It's sad. It's fuck you. It's all the things it should be. But
Okay.
lyrically, she's calling either herself out on this shit. How could I let this happen? Or she's calling somebody else out on this particular situation. Somebody needs to visit whoever did her wrong with the baseball bat.
All right, Sven, what do you got? Since Connell's now calling for vigilante justice.
I'm not quite there yet. I'm just reading into it that she's got this inside again. She's holding on to this pain, this something that's happened to her, and you can't tell it on the outside because she's just holding it in tight enough. You don't really see the scars. There's nothing on the outside that indicates that she's got this going on, but it's in contained. But it's like it's there. So at some point, maybe in this album, we're gonna find out it's gonna well up, maybe in a little more anger. But right now, she's just kind of like this song is kind of just about holding on to it and keeping it in.
Okay.
That's what I'm reading.
All right.
I'm not vigilante yet.
Sergeant Dan.
It doesn't
Speaking
take
of
much for me.
vigilantes.
Again, another really good, solid power ballad. And she thinks she has healing, but deep down she knows she doesn't. It's you get the glimpse of the hope that she moved on, and then she goes right back to it.
Okay. We're at the turning point in the album. Everything's about to turn. So I think this is as good a point as I need to tell you by asking a simple question. Connell, what's Janie's Got a Gun about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the correct term is SA.
There you go. So this is a child of abuse who was ritually abused, was continually abused, and is now trying to work it out. Now, I was not SA'd, but I was abused physically as a child, violently. And my sister, my eldest sister, who was also part of the pattern, she went on to work with women who had been abused by their partners. And it was heartbreaking, the stories she would tell me about everything she would try and do to help them. And then they'd still go back. And a lot of them would go back, and it would be the final event of their life was going back, right? So this is something that for me, I wanted to explore. And then using her as the vessel, as the proxy, really works well. So I did, took some research, but also took my own experiences and things I knew and turned it into this album. But this is the turning point. And you're going to recognize it, but it's remade.
From the ashes, I am reborn. A flame ignites in the earth.
So I found her voice. I had to remake the song, right? Because it had to be in her new voice, the voice of who she is. Now, Sven, you're starting us off. What do you think of that?
Wow, I still a face. I mean, that was awesome. The music is just amazing. I love the first song. This one just goes. I mean, it just takes off. It is Phoenix Rising totally. And obviously that was an awesome song to start with.
Bye.
Mic drop.
That was an awesome start to start with. I'm out. Good night. Thank you all for showing up. All right, you're back. You're muted.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Blinked out, but I think my face melted off there. No. But yeah, that has got to be one of the best songs that's out there. I mean, I keep saying that, but that one just. Whew. And now you put it in this album. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with beyond this point. So.
Okay, fair. Sorry, Dan, what'd you think?
Oh no, this is a great remake of that song. The original song was good, and now with you finding her voice, and this is her breakthrough, where she's finally just put it all behind her, and she's going to move on. So, and it's rocks, absolutely rocks.
All right, Connell, what'd you think?
I still say somebody needs to get visit with the baseball bat, but that's just me. No, this is going with where the journey was going, and it's leading to this. It is awesome. It is awesome to see somebody take that ugliness, that repulsiveness, and turn it on its ear and do something with it. I get in constant arguments with my therapist about anger and the use of anger. Everybody's like, anger is toxic. Anger is, you're going to burn yourself out. I disagree, wholeheartedly disagree. Anger can be used as a forge. Mm-hmm. You can turn into something amazing using anger.
You ever listen to Public Image Limited?
No, not
Johnny Rotten.
I know Johnny Rotten.
He has a song where he constantly says, anger is an energy. And that's the point. It's energy. How you use it is what makes it toxic, right?
Right.
So this song represents her finding music and becoming Red Foxe, leaving her past behind, leaving her name behind, becoming the hero she needs to be. And that hero is one that uses music to express herself. And that's the turning point, right? So you have no witness is her coming to terms with the fact that there's no proof. No proof of anything that happened to her other than, it's her he said, she said situation. What stayed behind is talking about how victims of abuse are not the people they were. And people see the people they become, but they never see and they never know what was left behind, what they lost surviving that. Teeth of the Key is the sound of that key in the door and knowing what that means and how it affects her and how it still lives in her and how she can't let go of it. And Static in the Quiet was all about burying herself and praying almost in a childlike way that if she was just quiet, it would stop. But obviously it didn't. Phoenix Rising becomes her rebirth, her reclamation of self, her no longer letting this keep her down. And in fact, she will use it to push higher. And in doing so, the next song is called Clean Hands, which is an interesting name. Let's see if you guys like it.
Every line I drew
right. I think we're at Sergeant Dan on the rotation. What do you think,
Oh
Clean?
no, that was really good. She finally realized it's not her fault.
Yeah.
You know, it's it it. I don't have to carry this anymore. But she also realizes she has to be careful because she could pick it back up again.
Sure.
There's a couple lines in there. It sound like I got to be careful. It's easy for me to pick it back up and put the weight back on. But she finally realizes, no, my hands are clean. This is not my fault.
I did nothing wrong. Yeah. Connell?
Can you circle back to me? I'm trying to put this in words where I don't sound like a complete ass.
All right. Let's go to Sven.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this just fits exactly like what people with abuse have. You know, they feel partly or wholly responsible for it sometimes. Which, if somebody on the outside looks at it and goes, "It doesn't make sense," but to them on the inside, it does. And this is just her realizing that no, this is not me, and this is not my problem. And she's just moving on beyond that. And you can tell with music that it just continued to power forward and just up, and it's got even more of that heart in it. And you know, she's free to just perform her music and not be burdened by this. And the music is awesome. So yeah,
Beans is looking at something. No, you're right. And one of the big problems, and it's very hard to deal with, is that especially when you're in a smaller community, people only on the outside only see the product of it, and they judge you for it, even when they know what's going on. They still judge you because it's easier to judge the victim and their behavior than it is to accept the reality of what they know is going on, right? Or to ask, why is this person behaved this way? That realization that you did nothing wrong. It wasn't you, it was them. It was nothing to do with you. You were just the target of their thing. It's powerful, it's cathartic, but it can be a little devastating because it requires taking a closer look at yourself afterwards. It's fucked up. All right, Colin, you got some thoughts now?
I have thoughts. I don't know how well it trans over. When you lose somebody, there's that 12 steps of mourning, right? And I don't know if there's 12 steps
It's
for
12 steps.
this.
No, 12 steps is for an addiction. It's, I believe,
Oh, right,
it's
right.
8 steps, I think, or whatever. 4. It's denial, begging, and then acceptance. Yeah.
Right.
5. Yeah.
Well, it saddens me some to know that your fictional character is more healthy than I am. I've never been able to get past anger. That's where I just stopped. I wish the song was played on the radio. There's a hell of a lot of people that need to hear this, understand it for themselves. Me included. I got goosebumps, to be completely honest.
Okay.
Just the concept of it's amazing. Once again, it saddens me to know that your fictional character is better, healthy, mentally healthier than I am. It's an amazing album so far. I think this song is very much the cherry on top of what would be an epic album if it was ever released
Oh,
publicly.
no. We'll get to that song. Trust me.
Oh,
You'll see that song and be like, healthy?
when you
Healthy is a
when you
perspective.
first said Red Fox, my smart ass mind is like, and I saw the woman, her name's got to be Elizabeth, but it's just me being a smart ass, and I'm not doing this word wise. I'm not doing this song enough justice, and I'm just going to shut up there.
All right. I want you, Connell, specifically, but obviously all of us, but I really want you, Connell, to pay attention to the next song and the lyrics, because it's going to be, we have 3 songs until we get to the end. So this, 2 more after, and you'll see by the end that don't taste the bread till it's done baking. But this one's called Fault Lines.
that runs beneath every step I try to take. Not a break you ever see, just the ground that doesn't stay. I used to wait for it to pass, for the shift to settle down, but it moves the way it moves, and I'm still here on it now. I don't chase the steady ground, I don't need it anymore. I learned to stand where the fault lines stay, where nothing holds but I don't break. I don't need the world to stay in place. I find my balance in the shake I sway, and let it move and I remain. I learned to stand where the fault lines stay. There's a rhythm in the pull, in the way it comes and goes. Not a thing I have to fight, just a thing I've come to know. I don't measure what is lost, I don't count what didn't last. There's a strength in letting be what was never built to last. I don't wait for solid ground, I don't need it anymore. I learned to stand where the fault lines stay, where everything can fall away. I don't need the frame to hold my shape. I know exactly where I stay. I know exactly where I stay. I learned to move with the shift, the sway. Let it come and let it change. I learned to stand where the fault lines stay. It doesn't fix, it doesn't mend, it doesn't promise where it ends. But I'm still here. I learned to stand where the fault lines stay, where nothing's sure but I remain. I don't need it all to fall in place. I found my ground inside the strain. I learned to breathe and to shift the sway. Let it move and not be changed. I learned to stand where the fault lines stay.
All right, Connell, we're back to you. We've done full circle. What'd you think of that? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my head around that one.
You don't get it? You get it?
I get it. I'm just trying to find the right words for it. That's the
All
problem.
right, Sven, let's see what Sven got. We'll come back to you again, Connell. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Right, what I'm reading is that she could move away from the issue, or get someplace where it's safer ground, but she's staying right at that spot. She's in that where the fault line is. She could move away from California where the earthquakes are, but you're just gonna stay right there. for good or bad. And then you may have alluded to the fact that maybe not so good at the end here, but people sometimes can move away from that stuff. But if you're around it, then a lot of times you kind of have some issues that can come up about things. And yeah, really good imagery of that. Plus, I'm also a geology teacher, so that's really cool, the fault line thing. So,
Sergeant Dan,
I'm a
what you
nerd.
got? We're all nerds, geeks, whatever. What you got, Sergeant Dan?
She's no longer conforming to what the abuser molded her into, but she knows she's on fragile ground. She knows that it can take her somewhere darker if she's not careful.
Maybe.
Conley,
you got any thoughts there? You got something about it? Because I'm going to tell you guys what it's about, but I want to see if Connell gets it. Because you guys are close. You're dancing around it, but you're not. You're missing something just key. I want to see if Connell picks it up. Connell.
As much as she is, as much as she's trying to move past it, become better, it's an anchor.
You never trust normalcy. People who act normal are untrustworthy. There's something wrong with them. Crazy people, violent people, aggressive people, broken people, you know how they function. You grew up in it. You know how to handle it. You know how to stand on that fault line. So you stay there because it's easier than being with someone who doesn't have that. Because someone who doesn't have that, you can't relate to them emotionally. And you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop. You're always worried you're going to say the wrong thing and it's going to go to crap. So it's just easier to stay in the crap. And that's a hard one. So
I feel slightly targeted.
Dude, this is about me in a way.
I know. My narcissism had to poke its head out there a little bit.
No, your narcissism is epic.
Not really.
All right, let's keep moving. This is the second to last song, and it's called Iron Soul.
Saw the surface, nothing more. What I carried, what I wore, soft enough to pass you by. Never looked me in the eye. I learned early how to bend, how to hold and not defend. Let it settle, let it stay. Keep the rest of me away. You never saw it in me then, but it was always there. Not a flaw, just the way I learned to draw. Every line I held so tight, kept it buried out of sight, but it never left my side. Just waited out the time. You never broke what you couldn't find. You never touched the core. I've got an iron soul, buried deep where it won't fold. You can try. In every line I let you hold. You are wrong. I've got an iron soul, nothing left for you to own. You can take the rest you stole, still you'll never touch the core. I've got an iron soul, forcing places you don't go. It was always in the low, now it's everything I
All right, Sven, start us off. Iron Soul.
Man, powerful. At first I thought it was just she was talking about people in general. You don't know what's inside me. I only give you what I want you to know because I've got this hidden iron soul. But then at the end I caught on that she was also talking about the person that did this to her, and it's just like, you can't take this from me. This is mine. You don't know what it is. You can't steal it because it's nothing I ever exposed to you. So this is my thing, and it's me. And yeah, that is an awesome song. But even knowing the behind the scene thing, it makes it even better. Holy cow, power!
All right, Sergeant Dan.
Yeah, what Sven said, she kept one thing from them, and she cocooned it up and made sure it was just hers.
Okay.
Yeah, the song rocks. I mean, it's just a very good 80s hard rock song.
All right, Connell.
Earlier when I spoke about anger using as a forge, I'll circle back to that. Turning your soul, your backbone, the fuck you-ness of your who you are, into steel, into something incredibly unbreakable is amazing. It's rare, and it shouldn't have to be, but it is. And I think that this person, this character will be dealing with a whole lot of head trauma forever. It's just the nature of the beast. But to be able to tell their abuser, to tell the world, is, I had one weak moment. Thank you for showing me I can be stronger, better, fiercer, is an amazing thing.
Fair. One of the things that happens is you never show vulnerability because you have been taught that that's weakness, and weakness will hurt, which makes having relationships with people very difficult. Very difficult. And you show them the iron soul, right? The whole idea being, this is who I am. Can you fucking handle it? And you're just begging and crying for that one person who can handle it, can see you, and can deal with it. But you're also telling the person that did this to you, or the people, or the experiences, you made this, and I'll never let you do this again. So it becomes bittersweet. It becomes a double-edged sword. You'll never fall for it again, but it shuts you off from so many people. And it makes it so hard for you to have normal, healthy interactions with functional people, because functional people scare the shit out of you.
Okay.
And I think people that are functional are scared of people that have that because they don't know it, or they can sense sometimes that there's something different, but they'll say like, how you doing? Hoping that they just say okay, because they're afraid that if they unload on them, they're going to be like, wow, I can't handle this. I don't know how to deal with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
all right, last song from this album, guys. You ready? This is. We'll see what Connell thinks after he hears this. It's called. Connell, you ready? It's called Open Fire.
You mistook the quiet for don't exist in me again. You don't know what I've been holding, what I buried, what I keep. There's a line you don't come near, there's a depth you don't get to reach. Don't test it, don't try. I don't burn out, I open fire. You come too close, you get the wire. No second warning, no slow decline. You cross that line, you answer mine. I don't burn out, I open fire. I remember every boundary I had to learn the hardest way. Every inch I took back from it, every word I couldn't say. You don't get to touch the surface, you don't get to speak my name. There's nothing left here for you but the echo of the flame. Don't reach, don't speak. I don't burn out, I open fire. You push your luck, you'll feed the fire. No hesitation, no compromise. You cross that line, you pay the price. I don't burn out, I open fire. Don't explain it, I don't repeat. You stay away from me. I don't burn out, I open fire. No way around it, no walking by, no second chances, no alibis. You've lost that line, you just dive. I don't burn out, I open fire. I open fire, I open fire.
All right, Sergeant Dan, you get to start us off on this one, but I have a question for Connell before we do. Still think she's mentally healthier than you? Hold the thought. Go ahead, Sergeant Dan.
She this song is towards one, her abuser, and two, anybody who gets up to the line, even if you inadvertently do it, don't know you did it, she's going to lash out.
Mm-hmm.
The great song, absolutely rocks.
Yeah, it's a face melter, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it should be, because she's going to verbally, maybe even physically, take you down if you cross that line. She's done.
All right, Connell.
A couple songs back, Sergeant Dan kind of brought it up and brought it up. There's a couple songs back. every line I draw in sand, it gets washed away. This line is permanently etched in cement, steel, whatever. It's permanently there. There's no missing it. It is she built armor. It's a very spiky armor, but she built armor for herself. Is she more mentally healthy than I am? I still think so, yeah.
All right.
Some people, when they come onto the other side of this, they do what she does. This is my line. Don't come anywhere close to it, or I'm going to, as you said, melt your face off. Other people make jokes. They laugh at themselves. They let other people make jokes about them, and they just smile and nod. I think her version of it is a little bit healthier than mine.
Is it though?
I
Is it when you're all or nothing like
I
that? When you just say that's not
feel like the way I handle things, I get kicked around a lot,
sure.
but I just deal with it and move on with my life because words suck. They do hurt, but it's not the same as taking a wrench to the side of your ribs as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Where hers is, I hope she has bail money or her friends have bail money.
Fascinating. Sven, what do you got before this turns into Connell's therapy hour?
Oh no, God no.
Yeah, I mean, you some people take it and internalize it and make it, just like absorb it and just become soft on the outside, kind of, and take it. Other people take it and like she's done it where she's going to fight back, and she's at the point where you get this close to it. She's going to fight back. Not saying which one's healthier or not. Sometimes you go back and forth between the two, right? If you're talking about like the 5 stages of grief, which I don't know if that's what you're referring to earlier.
Yeah.
There's always the arrows that go in between where you go from different stages. So you can change, and you're not always staying the same. So right now, this is the stage she's in, right? And she knows that you get to this line, she's going to stop you. And this is the way she's going to do it. That power's in that music, and it kicks butt. So yeah, that's a heck of a song.
And that is the last song of the album. And before we move on, thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate your insights. It's nice to see. Before we move on to the next album, we need a palate cleanser. We need to clear our palate. Now, I thought, maybe something cutesy, haha, tee. No. Sven, I know you've heard the song. Connell, I know you haven't. And Sergeant Dan, you may or may not, because I know you've been around, but not much lately for the shows. There's a band that I've created called Ashes to Echoes, and they're getting labeled as the next Harrow House. And this is the song that seemed to really do it for everybody. And I want to see what you guys react to it. And Sven, I know you know this one. It's called Black Pines, White Sky.
Black pines leaning in the wind. Road goes on, I don't know when. Footsteps lost in frozen ground. No one here, but there's a sound. White sky stretching over me. Nothing moves, but I can't breathe. Every step feels out of place, like I've been here, not my face. Black pines, white sky, something's watching from the line. Don't turn, don't try, you won't see it with your eyes. Black pines, white sky, stay still, let it pass you by. Branches bend but never break. Shade shifts slow in what they make. Shadows fall where none should be. Something stands behind the trees. Cold air cuts but leaves no mark. Daylight feels a lot like dark. Every sound just disappears, like it's listening when you're here. Oh, black pines, white sky, something watching from the line. Don't turn, don't try, you won't see it with your eyes. Black pines, white sky, stay still, let it pass you by. Don't speak, don't call, it knows it hears it all. Don't move, don't run, it waits until white sky, feel it breathing close behind. Don't turn, don't try, leave it where the silence lies. Don't ask still there when you pass by.
All right. Well, anybody want to comment on that one? We'll skip the order and just see who wants to say something about that one.
Now, Ashes to Echoes kind of had a Tears for Fears type sound on the other songs that they've had, right?
They changed. I remade their first song. You haven't been around. You haven't heard the other song they did, right? Where I took Veil of the Night and redid it for them, right? You
No,
heard the remake of Veil of the Night? Yeah, I
No.
think we should listen to that then. I think you should hear it because it's literally my favorite song. It's taken the top spot for me, but I love Black Pines, White Sky. Let's talk about that first, and then we'll come back. So go ahead and talk about this one that you just.
No. Because what I was going to say, I could almost think that they were listening to Harrow House and really enjoying the style of music, and then writing something for themselves using that style. And no, it is. It's a great song, great lyrics. Just it's a lovely mellow song.
I remade Veil of the Night, and I really loved how it came out. And I hit this Harrow House feel with them. And they're on the you haven't heard the Harrow House Revisited album, have you, Sergeant Dan?
No,
Where everybody did covers. Oh my god!
I saw some of the covers, but
some of them are so good. Like literally, Shimmer. Holy fuck! Shimmer doing Whispers at Ashfield Commons. Holy fuck, is it good, man? Like it's good. But they did. I can't remember which one they did. Give me a second, I'll tell you. They did. I think they did the Hollow Season. No, they did In the Attic Window with Gemma Kitchener, no less. So it's a really, really good remake.
wow.
That's a great album. You should listen to it sometime. But there you go. All right, Connell, Sven, anything to say about Black Pines, White Sky?
I can't name the band, but it reminds me. There's an Irish band that they remind me of. It's tragically beautiful.
Okay.
And they have almost the same, not voice, but the same tone.
Okay.
And great song. I didn't know you'd revisit the Hollow House either. Harold House.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Harrow House Revisited is an amazing album.
I'm sure.
But we got another album to get to, so I don't want to.
Right.
3 albums tonight, guys.
No,
so
no,
you want to go to bed at some point, right? Sven, anything to say about this one before I give them Veil of the Night so they can hear it?
Yeah, I mean it is one of the best songs. I mean all those songs on that album, the remake album, are awesome and fit the bill perfectly. It's like they're channeling Harrow House, you know. I love the part where they in unison, you know, hit those notes, and it's just like, oh, that is just really good.
Well, this
Beautiful
isn't a
sound.
cover of a Harrow House song. This is their own song, right?
I know, but it is
that
like
sound is
inspired
there,
by Harrow
yeah.
House, you know. So you can tell it's just like they feel it.
It's that thing where you write yourself into a corner. I want to make more Harrow House songs, but I've gotten rid of Harrow House from the universe. So how do I write more Harrow House songs? Oh, here's an idea. We'll just use these guys. So when I remade Veil of Night for them, it hit me how much they sounded like Harrow House. So let's listen to it so these two guys who haven't heard it can hear it.
In shadows long, a secret born. Through whispered tales, my world was torn. Scorn of norms, a hero worn. Steps echo in the silent hall. A hidden truth beneath it all. Call of the wild, where destinies fall. Veil of the night, lift and reveal what lies beneath. Let fate unseal. Real is the feel of steel so serene. His gaze a mask of muted might. Fly through the dusk from height to height. Ride battles fought out of sight. Veil of the night, lift and reveal what lies beneath. Let fate unseal. So serene. Mysteries wrapped in the cape's flow. No slow surrender to the foe. Glow of a fire below the snow. Now I walk where he is led. Dread not the path nor where it's fled. Threads of his legacy in my stead. Veil of the night now softly part. Start of my journey heart to heart. Heart of the heroes chart a new start. Heart to heart. Heart of the heroes chart a new start. Beneath the stars, secrets align. Fine lines between the now and divine. Time echoes his call, this legacy mine. His gaze a mask of muted might. Fly through the dusk from height to height. Ride battles fought out of sight. Veil of the night, lift and reveal what lies beneath. Let fate so surreal.
Yeah, you see the difference?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That song fucking centers me so much. Like, it's crazy how centered I feel when I listen to that. Go ahead, Colin. You had something you want to say?
I might be completely off base.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I am. There's two things I'd love to see. That is an amazing song. I think the voices you picked for that song is also amazing. It feels like Eric Clapton when he sang "Father's Eyes" or "In Your Father's Eyes." That I think that's the name of the song, but that feel to it.
Okay.
And I'm picturing it in my head, and I see an Irish voice singing it with a music video with a raven just flying over the coast of Ireland
Interesting. In black and white.
in black and white. Yeah. I mean, you could use it for the time of troubles. You could do, I mean, there's very few time periods in Ireland where that.
Well, you did hit on one thing. It's about a father.
Yeah. That is an amazing song.
I love that song, dude. Both those songs, that Black Pines, White Sky, the two of them, I'm just like, fuck, I'm in love with this band. Sven, anything you want to add, or we're going to start the new album?
It's just it's awesome. So I mean, that's just, yeah, I can't add anything else to that. It's just good all around. I can't wait to hear more of them.
All right, let's do it. Well, we're not going to hear more of them, but we're going to hear a new artist I created called Noemi Sparrow. She came out of some creative writing I was doing in the Zenith universe around the music scene, and a story. I'm trying to work the plot for the new Covenant, the sequel to Covenant. And I've got the plot. I just don't know how to unfold it. So I've been playing around with it. And she came out of that playing around with it. I'm not going to tell you anything more about her. I want you to listen to the songs. And just like we did with Red Foxe, we're going to see what you guys are taking of it. It is another album that tells a story from start to finish. And the first song is called Didn't Walk Alone.
I was chasing every shadow on the wall, trying to outrun the silence when it called. Every answer felt a million miles away. Every step I took just led me to the same. I was looking for a sign in the sky, never thought to look inside. Every road I didn't walk alone, even when I thought I was on my own. Through the dark, through the unknown, there was something steady pulling me home. I can see it now, I finally know. Every road I didn't walk alone. There were nights I swore I lost the light, holding on to nothing just to get me through the night. Every broken piece I tried to hide somehow found its place with time. I was fighting just to understand. Now I'm learning I don't have to plan. Every road I didn't walk alone, even when I thought I was on my own. Through the dark, through the unknown, there was something steady through the dark, through the unknown. There was something steady pulling me home. I can feel it now, down in my bones. Every road I didn't walk alone.
All right. We'll start back at the top with Connell and work our way around. Connell, what do you think of that?
I think she has a beautiful, beautiful voice. And I always found the word home to be very powerful.
Okay.
And the way she says it is, you can feel it there. Big believer that words have immense amount of power behind them, and home is one of the top 5 easily. This aspect of where the song is going, I was never walking alone. It's interesting. Some kind of guide, internal guide, external guide, might not have been a person, maybe a person has passed away. It's interesting.
Okay. Sven?
Yeah, amazing sound. I love the part at the beginning where she's kind of, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And she is at the end, and that is a beautiful sound.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
nice.
that
It's beautiful. Yeah.
inflection. But from my background, I'm taking it as like this group, or she would be with Shepherd. I mean, she's, it could be that way potentially, but that's my perspective.
Backstory that may help you. In the canon, she is the opening act for Shepherd's tour.
That's why I'm reading into it. I mean, I think of the poem Footprints in the sand or whatever, and
yeah, there you go.
That's how I read into it. But that's me.
Sergeant Dan, what do you got? No, hey man, listen, Sergeant Dan, what do you got?
No, it's part of her faith. Whether it's God or somebody who helps her in her own relationships, and it brings her back to a place where she feels like home. Doesn't matter where she is. When this person comes to mind, she feels at home.
Okay. I'm going to wait till the very end of the album to tell you the backstory beyond anything else. I'm not going to tell you guys anything else. I'm just going to listen to what you say, and then at the end of the album, we're going to discuss it.
I'd say her voice would be really good as a country music star too. She could take that and run with it.
Well, I went for folk rock was what I was shooting for, and some of the later songs you're going to hear get a little bit harder. But I had to fight Suno. I literally burned all my credits today. I have 13 credits left. I can't even make a fucking song until like payday, when I can wear the 27th or payday if I buy some, or the 27th of my monthly renews, because I wanted this raspy, deeper voice. And Suno always tries to default to a higher pitch sort of thing. And the last time I had this was Lorianne Sexton, the whiskey chick, the chick that's so depressed. Yeah. I had to fight Suno to get her voice, and I had to fight for this one, but this one was worth the fucking fight. I can promise you that. All right, let's move on. The next song is called "You Were Here."
I was drifting with the weight of it all. Every answer felt too far to call. Empty rooms and quiet in my chest. I was trying just to outrun the rest. Every step felt like a losing fight. Every road fading out of sight. I thought I was falling through the dark, reaching out but missing every spark, with nothing left to hold on to anywhere. I was sure there was nobody there, but looking back through every fear, you were here. I was holding on to broken things. Every promise felt like it could slip through me. Tried to carry more than I could take. Every move felt like a small mistake. I was standing on the edge alone. Never knew how close I was to home. I thought I was falling through the dark, reaching out but missing every spark, with nothing left to hold on to anywhere. I was sure there was nobody there, but looking back through every fear, you were here. In the silence in between, every place I couldn't see, in the moments I let go, there was something holding me close. I thought I was falling through the dark, reaching out but missing every spark, with nothing left to hold on to anywhere. I was sure there was nobody there. Now I see it crystal clear, you were here. You were
Okay, Sven, start us off.
Yeah, she still believes, that she thought she was alone, but now she knows that there's someone that's there with her, has been there the whole time, and she's thanking them for that or whatever at this point.
Okay.
But beautiful music.
Insanely good.
Yeah.
Sergeant Dan, what do you got on this one?
Oh, this would be on a Christian pop station.
Oh, yeah.
No, and her voice, it's not that low raspy one of the blues singer you had, but it's lower, and then when she has to hit those higher notes, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful
it has weight and it has mileage. That's what I like about her voice.
Yeah.
And that pitcher, that took me hours to get that pitcher right, because the hardest thing to generate is a middle-aged woman who doesn't look old or young. To get that in between, oh fuck, dude! I went to tell you how many times I had to prompt, but I finally got the picture of her, and I'm like, mwah, perfect. All right, Connell, what do you got?
I normally have to say Christian music drives me up the bloody wall.
Well, it's not Christian music. Let's get that straight.
No, just hear me out. Just let me. Christian music, any of that normally just drives me up the proverbial wall. The message that she is singing, once again, home was another word in this one, that the story so far is that she maybe was weaning on her faith with the first one, refining her faith in this one, maybe not wholly, but getting there. Plus you got her voice. As I said, Christian music or that type of music normally drives me up the wall. I would listen to her. I don't know how much of the hints are supposed to be in the album cover, but you got the beat, you got the footprints. there's a lot that's in the cover that goes along with this album. What I'm getting so far, I could be completely off the mark.
I think Jerry hit it right there. She's got that Amy Grant feel a little bit. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I so far I'm enjoying this
I feel
lyrically.
it very, very say
She's
Amy Grant meets Jewel. You know, it's got
Yeah.
that sort of feel to it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that would be similar about her with Amy Grant is that she could cross over to sing whatever, you know.
Well,
She
let's
did.
listen to the next song, which is called "Ain't the End of Me." And
I'll say I'd like to hear her pissed.
well, let's listen to the next song and see what we get because she does some range on this one.
Make dumb comments and she'll make it pissed off at you.
I hit the ground and I stay there a while. Face in the dust, didn't care if I tried. Every breath felt like dragging a chain. Every step just circling pain. I went looking for a reason to stay. In the silence, something whispered my name. This ain't the end of me, just where the light found me. Right in the wreckage, down on my knees. Something broke, something set me free. This ain't the end of me, just where the light found me. I let it all fall apart in my hands. Watched every piece slip through where I stand. There was nothing left I could pretend. No more lies I could defend. In the ashes of what I used to be, there was something still reaching for me. This ain't the end of me, just where the light found me. Right in the wreckage, down on my knees. Something broke, something set me free. This ain't the end of me, just where the light found me. I was down, I was ready to fade. 1 foot out, I was drifting away. But a spark in the dark wouldn't die. Kept calling me back to life. I'm still here, I'm still breathing. This ain't the end of me. This is where I chose to be, right in the fire. I found what I need, not just surviving. I'm finally free. This ain't the end of me. This is where the light found me.
Man, That hits. That hits hard. All right, Sven, start us off.
I was just gonna say I love Connell's reaction there when you said you want to see when she is angry. That when he woke up when that happened, there it was like, bam, that power was right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's. I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily a chronological thing. I don't know where she's at. I think this seems like it's going back to like the beginning here, and there where she kind of, well, not the beginning, but towards more the beginning where she kind of crashed out and whatever, and now she's realized that that's where it started for her, and she's been moving up. Not the same as Phoenix Rising,
No.
Phoenix Red Foxe, but still kind of the same sort of idea that there's a low point here, but it's still she's working through it and using it to kind of move on.
It's so hard not to tell you guys, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the end of the album. But I really
She also kind of mentioned something along the lines of a fault line too. It makes me think of that as well. Where there's she was in the middle, where she's in that spot where it's still the danger point at some point.
Okay, Sergeant Dan.
The line where the light found me.
Yeah.
It ain't the end of her because she's found mercy and grace and forgiveness, either to accept it or to give it.
I'm not going to say. I'm going to wait.
So, but no, that beautiful song. Absolutely beautiful.
Again, anybody who says AI generated music can't have soul, go fuck yourself.
Amen.
I've proven you wrong a dozen times over. Music is music. It's the lyrics and what you do with them. It's not. It's about cheese and farts and cats. Yeah, it's not going to have soul, but you can put soul in there like anything else. Connell, your reactions, man. Your body reacted to that one.
It's refining. It's not refining.
Refining?
Not refining.
Revisiting.
Yeah,
Reclamating.
don't even know if
Recycling. Help me out, Butter.
I still believe. I know I wasn't alone. I realize that, but it's going to be not my way, my terms, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do the way that I think is right. I found the light, but it's not going to be as it once was. I'm not being walked on, but there's something there, and I'm just not giving it the right words.
That's okay.
I think refining is not a bad word. I think maybe you were trying to say that because that's like when you take impurities out of things, and so
right.
I think it's not a bad word.
Yeah, I think refining is I should just follow that without processing. But no, that's probably the key word for that one, refining her faith.
Rediscovering.
That works too.
Revisiting. All right, cool. I'm not going to say shit because I'm forcing myself to wait till the end of the fucking album to tell you guys the story. All right, the next song is called Stay With Me Tonight.
It's getting loud inside my head again. Every whisper pulling me back in. I can feel it circling my skin, like I'm one step from giving in. I know this road, I've walked it before. It leads me somewhere I can't ignore. Stay with me tonight. Don't let me disappear. I'm standing on the edge again, and I just need you here. When the dark pulls tight and everything feels unclear, stay with me tonight. Don't let me disappear. Don't let me disappear. There's a version of me I left behind, still knocking at the door of my mind, saying I could rest if I I just let go. But I know where that road will go. I'm shaking, but I'm holding on. Just need something to lean upon. Stay with me tonight. Don't let me disappear. I'm standing on the edge again, and I just need you here. When the dark pulls tight and everything feels unclear, stay with me tonight. Don't let me disappear. Don't let me disappear. Ooh, if I fall, will you catch me there? If I run, will you still be near? I don't need a sign, I just need to feel something stronger than what's not real. Don't let me go back. Stay with me tonight. I can feel you drawing near, right here in the quiet now. You're stronger than my fear. When the dark pulls tight, you're the reason I'm still here. Stay with me tonight. I won't disappear.
All right, Sergeant Dan, you're up first.
She realizes she has to be present,
Okay.
and she wants the other person to be present also.
Interesting.
Because, excuse me, she realizes she needs them probably more than they need her.
Interesting. Okay. Connell. And by the way, guys, don't be ashamed if you're catching feels, because this is fucking heavy.
No,
Even
no,
I'm
it is.
like,
No, it's very good.
"Whoa." There are moments I'm like, fuck, so I get it. All right, Connell, go.
I love you like a play cousin, as you said before, but fuck you, Bear.
Why? What did I do? What did I do?
I know that song. I know it intimately. I know that song.
Okay. Okay.
It's loss. I don't know if it's the loss of faith with her or anything, but it's purely loss. Having something or somebody close to you, then having them just be gone because of life. And you're laying in bed or sitting on a couch or you're somewhere, and deep in deep in your soul, if you let go, the best part of you goes with them. And it can destroy you.
Okay.
It can outrightly just destroy you. And I think I know where this album is going. I very well, like I said before, I could be wrong.
I say nothing.
But
I say nothing.
right, but those lyrics, the music, just everything about the song is loss. It is pain to the truest depth of whatever it could be.
Well, let's find out. Sven, what'd you think of that one? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I see where Connell's going with this. I mean, I can see that too. I'm thinking more of like she's got something that she's dealt with in the past. She's feeling weak about it. If it's some addiction or something that she's had in the past, and so she's either, there is someone there that she's specifically talking to. I need you to be, like you said, with me and focus on this and be present, like Dan said. or is it, or she's just calling out in general to like the universe, like, hey, I need to be somebody needs to be with me because I'm afraid I'm going to go back down the rabbit trail that I was on before. And that's kind of what I'm getting out of it.
All secrets will be revealed at the end, but now we will move on to the next song. The next song is called Borrowed Breath.
I woke up to a quieter mind. No heavy weight, no need to hide. The same old scars, they're still with me, but they don't have the same hold on me. For the first time I can feel there's something here that's real. Every breath I'm breathing now feels like something I was given, like I'm learning how to live in a life I didn't earn, but I'm holding on somehow, like it matters that I'm in it. Every breath I'm breathing now feels like something I was given. I used to think I had to prove every step, every move, like I had to earn my place, just to stand here in this space. Now I'm letting that fall away. There's nothing left I need to say. Every breath I'm breathing now feels like something I was given, like I'm learning how to live in a life I didn't learn, but I'm holding on somehow, like it matters that I'm in it. Every breath I'm breathing now feels like something I was given. To understand, but I'm here, oh, who I am. All I know is I can stand in the light with open hands. I'm still here. Every breath I'm breathing now feels like something I was given, like I finally found my place in a life that's worth the living, and I'm not afraid somehow. There's a reason I'm still in it. Every breath I'm breathing now feels like something I was
Sergeant Dan, you're up on this one. What do you got?
This is, Barry, you wrote a Christian song because this is what a lot of people feel when they realize what God has given them.
Okay.
Their life, and every breath is borrowed. It's something given by God to you. Now, what are you going to give back to him for that borrowed breath? No, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
All right. Connell?
With the last song being a storm, and this one is the storm has passed. I can finally breathe. The worst part of it's over. is what I got out of it.
Okay. Sven?
Yeah, she survived whatever ordeal she's been through, and she's now thankful that she's been given this chance to continue on, and every breath is a gift beyond this point.
Every day is a gift. All right. I'm not saying shit till the end, so I'm just going to nod and smile. And yes, very profound indeed. Indeed. Yes. All right. Next song is called Carry Me. Let's leave it a listen.
No thunder rolling through my sky, no flashing signs to catch my eye. Just a steady, quiet kind of something I can't define. When I'm barely holding on, you're the place I'm leaning from. You don't shout, you don't fight, you just carry me through the night. When I'm lost, out of sight, you're the calm that keeps me right. No, you don't need to be seen, you just carry me. No fire burning in your hands, no grand design I understand. But every time I start to fall, you're there to catch it all. In the silence in between, you're the strength I never see. You don't shout, you don't fight, you just carry me through the night. When I'm lost, out of sight, you're the calm that keeps me right. No, you don't need to be seen, you just carry me. In the quiet, in the low, you're the only thing I know. Never loud, never bright, still you lead me back to life. I don't have to understand. You don't shout, you don't fight, you just carry me through the night. When I'm broken, losing sight, you're the reason I still rise. No, you don't need to be seen, you just carry me. You just carry me.
Okay. I think we're Connell starting us off. What do you think of Carry Me? First of all,
It's
I
pretty.
love that it's just acoustic guitar.
Oh yeah, that's
Oof.
amazing.
You know?
It's very pretty. It is very pretty. I'm trying. Surrendering, not surrendering.
Accepting, maybe?
Accepting. Yeah, she's accepting the situation. She's willing to let somebody be there for her, to help her move down further down the road as she needs.
Okay. Sven?
It could be that, like you said before, it could be that she's got her faith, and that's in a higher power that's carrying her behind the scenes, and that's what gives her the strength to do the things she's doing. Could also be, I think, sometimes too, people have like a person that they just a soulmate or whatever that they find, a spouse or whatever, and that's their perfect match, and that person's kind of like, in this case, maybe she's the one that's in the news and the media and that sort of stuff. This is a spouse or a partner that's behind the scenes that does all this work, and she's just thankful for that person that's just able to allow her to do her job in the public light, and the other person is behind the scenes, and she's just so thankful for that.
Okay. Sergeant Dan.
She's tired.
Okay.
And she needs somebody to help her keep moving. She can't afford to rest yet. She needs somebody to carry her, even though she's tired. She's tired. She still has to move. And she's willing at this point to let somebody carry her so that she can keep moving forward.
We'll find out. I'm not going to say shit, but I like this. This is what I like about music. Everybody takes out of what they wish and what they feel, what they see, what they hear. And it's not always the same thing, which is why music is so subjective. Next song is called Don't Let Go.
I can feel it creeping back again. Every crack underneath my skin. Every word I swore I'd never say, sitting on my tongue anyway. I don't wanna hear it now. I don't wanna feel you out. Don't let go. Even when I push you away, even when I've got nothing good to say, when I'm tearing at the truth I know. Don't let go. Don't let go. Even when I'm begging you to leave, even when I don't believe in me, when I'm losing everything I hold. Don't let go. I get mean when I'm scared to fall, build a wall just to break it all. Every line that I try to cross turns to something I can't outrun. I'll say anything to make you go, but I don't mean it, I just don't know. Don't let go. Even when I push you away, even when I've got nothing good to say, when I'm tearing at the truth I know. Don't let go. Don't let go. Even when I'm begging you to leave, even when I don't believe in me, when I'm losing everything I hold. Don't let go. Go on, walk out, leave me here. That's what I say when you get near. But if you listen close enough, you'll hear me breaking under all this stuff. I don't know how to hold on. Don't let go. Even when I'm screaming your name, even when I'm drowning in the shame, when I'm hanging by a thread below.
Okay, I screwed up the rotation. So, Sven, what did you make of Don't Let Go?
I think she's knows enough about her progress or her moving between different phases or whatever. She knows that she's weak at this point, and she knows that her response is to push people away when she's feeling vulnerable or at this point. And so she's just telling this person or this thing or whatever that she's connected to, even if I tell you to just beat it, don't. You gotta understand this. I really need you, but I just can't word it that way at that point. Once I get to this point, and you got to just stick with it and have faith in me.
All right, Sergeant Dan, what'd you think?
She knows she's the issue. And even though she's trying to push this person away, she knows she needs them because they see her. They're her anchor. Even though at this point she knows she doesn't want them there, but she knows she needs them there.
Carmel?
Yeah, I got nothing. I think these guys basically covered it. That and Jerry, Church Lady Angry.
Church Lady Angry. Church Lady Angry.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I can be an asshole, I can be hard. Just don't give up on me. I promise you it's worth it. Just don't go.
Okay. All right. We're into the last 3 songs of the album. This one's called Hands in the Dirt.
Woke up with a weight still on my chest, dust in my lungs, no time to rest. Every step felt like sinking sand, nothing left but these 2 hands. No silver line, no easy road, just a quiet voice saying don't let go. Hands in the dirt, I'm starting again, broken down but I'm learning to bend. No matter how far I've been hurt, I'm finding my way with my hands in the dirt. Roots don't break, they bend, and I'm still standing in the end. Every scar's got a story to tell, every fall's a kind of hell, but something in me refused to stay buried underneath the weight. No clean slate, no perfect start, just a beating, stubborn heart. Hands in the dirt, I'm starting again, broken down but I'm learning to bend. No matter how far I've been hurt, I'm finding my way with my hands in the dirt. Roots don't break, they bend, and I'm still standing in the end. I felt the ground shake under me, thought it took everything I be. That beat below where I couldn't see, something stronger was holding me. Hands in the dirt, I'm starting again, nothing left but the will within. No matter how lost I've been in the hurt, I'm rising up now with my head back again.
All right, Sergeant Dan, start us off.
I do like the bluesy tribal beat to it. Bent but not broken. She's been knocked down. She knows she's been knocked down. And her hands are down in the dirt because she's bracing herself to get back up.
Okay. All right, Connell.
The entire time I was listening to that, I kept thinking like a Cheryl Stone.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, that's it. Like Sergeant Dan said, I'm not broken. I'll bend. I will do what I need to survive. Type scenario. Really cool song.
All right, Sven.
I know she doesn't have the same sound as Red Foxe, but that's almost her Phoenix Rising song. It's like, she's at the bottom and she's gonna. I mean, she's got a little more fire to her. It's a cool sound, and she knows she's got to work her way out. She's got to, with her hands, she's got to fight her way out of that situation. So,
All right. Second to last song, Still Standing Here. Just wait for it to. There we go.
I know it feels like nothing's changed. Same old sky, same kind of rain. Every step stuck in between where you are and what you need. But don't you let that quiet lie tell you there's no other side. Just hold the line, don't let it break. Even so,
Fucking thing skipped a song on me. Hang on. Let's go back and get the Still Standing Here, and that's the final song of the album. We'll get there.
He was about to say something.
Shush.
I've seen the ground come up too fast, filled every shadow from my past, heard every voice that said I'd fall, like I was nothing after all. But something deeper held the line, wouldn't let me leave it all behind. I'm still standing here after everything I feared, through the fire, through the tears. I'm still standing here, not untouched, not the same, but I'm stronger in the flame. Every scar, every year, I'm still standing here. There were days I almost let it win, let the dark come rushing in, tried to bury what I felt, tried to be somebody else. But every time I lost my way, something pulled me back to stay. I'm still standing here after everything I feared, through the fire, through with a heart that's finally clear. I'm still standing here, and I know I'm not alone. There's a strength I've never known. Every doubt disappeared. I'm still standing here.
All right, Connell, what do you got for that one?
She's found herself. She knows who she is, and no matter what, she's going to stay. At the same time, there's that Elton John song called "I'm Still Standing." That song kind of reminded me of.
Fair, very different tempo, but sure. Okay, Sin.
Yeah, she's figured out that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to get through it. And if you are standing at the end, that's the thing that's important. And a lot of people find that it's just getting through the fight and fighting the fight that's the important thing.
Fair. Sergeant Dan.
She's no longer listening to the negative talk, including the negative self-talk. And she's listening to the positive talk and speaking to herself positively. And it allows her to still stand there. Even after all the bad stuff happened and all the negative stuff that people have been saying, including herself, about herself, she's still standing. And she's getting through that and now is speaking more positively about herself and to herself.
Okay. Interesting. Last song, we already heard a little bit of it, but now we're going to listen to the whole thing in a go. We're not going to be like, oh, wrong one. And we're going to hear it. Shut up. It's been 2.5 hours. I'm allowed to make this. All right. This is called Just Hold the Line.
Feels like nothing's changed. Same old sky, same kind of rain. Every step stuck in between where you are and what you need. But don't you let that quiet lie tell you there's no other side. Just hold the line, don't let it break. Even silence has a weight. Every second that you stay is a step you didn't waste. There's a light you haven't seen, there's a strength you've never been. Just hold the line, don't let it break. You're closer than you think. I see the way you're worn down thin, carrying more than you've been given, trying not to let it show, fighting things they'll never know. You don't have to prove you're strong. Just don't let yourself be gone. Just hold the line, don't let it break. Even silence has a weight. Every second that you stay is a step you didn't waste. There's a light you haven't seen, there's a strength you've never been. Just hold the line, don't let it break. You're closer than you think. Open up, just let it in. You don't have to wear that skin. There's a spark under the pain. You don't have to stay the same. Every second that you stay is a step you didn't waste. There's a light you haven't seen, there's a strength you've never been. Just hold the line, don't let it break. You're closer than you think. Just hold the line, don't let it break. Even silence has weight. Every second that you stay is a step you didn't waste. There's a light inside your chest. You don't have to earn your breath. Just hold the line, don't let it break. You're not done yet.
I don't know whose turn it is. Whoever wants to go first can go.
This is her positive self-talk, telling herself to hold the line, that she is strong enough, that her faith will help her, that the good people around her will help her, and she can hold this line.
All right. Anyone else?
I think it's even deeper. It's just, for people that just keep the fight, keep fighting the fight. One more day, one more hour, one more minute. Just keep going, and you may get to that point where you're right there at that spot where you're gonna have that. You're gonna learn what you need to learn, and you can move on from there. There's a lot of things running through my head, and different things that I've, even just today heard some different things that kind of fit with that. And that's powerful stuff, for someone that's just hanging on just by the skin of their teeth, just keep fighting. Just go to the next day. Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Connell?
She's got the brass ring. The first song she was lost. Second song she's starting to get, was able to move. Then there's that storm. Then she found herself, and it was just rebuilding. And this is when you're sitting on the carousel and you reach out and you grab that brass ring. This is, I know who I am. I'm not going to move. Like me or hate me, this is who I am, and I'm going to stand and hold the line of who I need to be to make this life work for me.
Okay. You guys ready to hear the story of Noemi Sparrow?
Sure.
So she was a troubled teenager, pretty, didn't have to try hard, got everything she wanted, ran away from home, rebellious spirit, winds up dancing. That leads to drugs and alcohol. That leads to escorting. That leads to a life of chaos. She's an addict. She's destroying herself. She has a child, and she thinks this is it. This is the thing that will make my life better. But addiction doesn't negotiate. And addiction doesn't change because of things like that. And eventually she loses the child in a custody battle because she's a hopeless addict. And then she wraps her car around a telephone pole. And the paramedics said she was dead for 3 minutes. But she comes back. And all she knows is she saw a light. She saw a presence. She felt something. And it was love. It was mother. It was father. It wasn't male. It wasn't female. It was love. And it said her name. And it said, "You're not done yet." She got into rehab. While she was in rehab, she picked up a guitar and discovered she could actually play a little bit. So she learned. Then she picked up piano while she was in rehab and started writing these songs. But she's always said these songs have come through her. She's not writing these songs. These songs are being told to her, and she's writing them down. She gets out of rehab. She's cleaned herself up. She's never made amends with her daughter, who's 18 and on her own now. And she starts busking on the beach, on the pier in Los Belos. And one of the guys from Shepherd hears her and says, "We got to put this on a record, and we got to put you on tour." And that's what it's about. That's what she's doing. That's what her story is. Is it God? Maybe. The song is about her relationship with this power. Didn't walk alone was understanding that she was never alone. You guys got that. That power was always there. That love was always with her. You were here was that the love kept her alive through some of the darkest parts of her life. It kept her alive when she was strung out. It kept her alive when she was being a horrible person. Ain't the end of me was what happened. It was the car accident. It was I'm not dead. I'm this is not the end of my story. My story must continue and it has purpose now. I also want to hear Bobcat Brooks do a cover of that song.
Oh, yeah.
Stay With Me Tonight is she's weak. As you guys said, you picked it up. And she wants that love to stay with her because if the love leaves her, she's going to leave her. She's going to go. Borrowed breath is like you said, it's the understanding that everything that she has now has been given to her by this love, by this higher power, by this force, this feeling. Notice she's not wearing a crucifix in that picture, right? She's not a Christian. She just believes in a higher being. Carry me is obviously what you guys said. It's that I'm weak and I can't survive without you right now. I'm not strong enough. Please carry me when I'm weak. And that's the point of the love. The love will carry her. Don't let go is when it's all too much and she can't take it anymore and she screams at it. She wants it out of her life. What has it done to her? What has it made her? This you're not done yet. What is this all about? She can't handle it, but she doesn't want it to go. She needs it to understand that this is just her reflex, like you guys said. It was her defense to drive it away. Hands in the dirt is coming out of it and realizing now she has to get dirty and work. She has to build her new life. She has to put her hands in the dirt. She has to stand and rise from her own efforts. The love is there, but the love can't make her. She must make herself. Still standing here is the triumph of all of that. It's no matter what I went through, all the bad, all the good, all the things I tried to do to myself, all the things that I've had, I'm still here. I have survived. I am going to continue. And then just hold the line is actually the message to everyone else. Like you said, it's a powerful message for someone to hear. And that's the show closer. That's the song where she's telling everyone listening to her, the love is there. It's waiting for you. You just have to get to it. You just have to keep pushing forward and you will find it. Don't give up. You're not done yet. You just need to keep going. And that's the whole point of the album, right? And it's a fun one, but it just fell out of me. I'm not, I'm not Christian, but you also know that I believe in a higher power. And this album, like I'm not joking, when I was writing this, when I was recording it and doing all the work on it, it just clicked, just click, 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 The songs, the lyrics were easy, the sound was already in my head. It was just awesome. And I like it a lot. I really do. Final thoughts on it, gentlemen?
No, absolutely great. I want you to drop it into the into the folder.
All right, Connell, any final thoughts? You're gonna go share it with your church, buddy? I'm just fucking with you, Connell. Any final thoughts on it?
No, I mean I'm good.
Jesus, are you okay?
Yeah.
You need a hug?
Nah, just a beer.
Okay, there you go. Sven, any final thoughts on it?
Liquid comfort.
I think like I said, I think it's a great message for people that are struggling with whatever, any addiction or whatever. Just keep moving forward and keep going, and just go an extra hour. I'm going to tell this story real quick. There was a guy that I heard on the radio on the internet today that was talking about he was in the special forces, and he said the reason why he made it is he had an instructor that said, every day I'm going to ask you to do something that is not impossible, but it's very hard. And you're going to keep doing that every day. And I'm going to give you another task. And you're going to want to quit, but just don't quit today. So go to the next day. And then if you keep doing that, I'm going to keep giving you this tough task, but you can get through it. You just put off that decision until the next day. So you go an hour, a minute, whatever, a week, and just keep fighting. And eventually you get through it. And that's kind of the same. That's what really hit me there, was that people need to hear that.
Yeah, they do. They really, really do. I agree with you on that. I know it's late, but I'm going to play one more song just because I know Connell and Sergeant Dan haven't heard it. And I think they should. And also, by the way, stuff you missed, Sergeant Dan, there have been 3 more Crystal Bullet Queen songs, just in case you're wondering about it.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed them. You've been gone, son. You missed 2 Shimmer albums, a Shimmer cover album, and now a new Rain Demir cover album where she covers other songs. Like, you've missed so much. You've missed so much. Well, welcome back. All right, this is Shimmer's version of The Whispers at Ashfield Common.
The meadow bends beneath a weight of voices never seen. A lantern flickers once, then dies as if the air has teeth. Stone walls crumble inward, holding secrets they can't tell. The wind unrolls a paper sky and signs it with a curse. Children vanish laughing down the slope beyond the pines. A clock without a tower strikes a note no ear should find. Ashes gather softly on the bark of hollow trees. The soil drinks its memories but never slakes the thirst. Oh, the silence has a shape that waits with open hands. It pulls you toward the shadow and leaves no room for choice. A path that ends before it starts, a prayer that turns to glass, a mirror cracked with borrowed eyes, a voice that hums your name. The common sways though nothing moves, the night too full to pass. And every word you thought was yours is spoken back in flame. Some swear the ground is hollowed out by something in the dark. Some claim the whispers answer when you dare to ask them twice. Some mark the grass with salt and vow the field will hold its tongue. But I'll return with faces pale and none will walk alone. At dawn the fog is folded thin across the brittle heather. The sun is just a wounded eye that barely clears the ridge. The names are gone but echoes hang, the echo never dies. And every step on Ashfield ground is taken out of time. A path that ends before it starts, a prayer that turns to glass, a mirror cracked with borrowed eyes, a voice that hums your name. The common sways though nothing moves, the night too full to pass. And every word you thought was yours is spoken back in flame. And every word you thought was yours is spoken back in flame. The whispers at Ashfield Common.
Yeah. The first time I heard it, when she does the Whispers at Ashfield Common thing at the end, my fucking got goosebumps, man. I was just like, whoa, like shit, you know.
Sometimes Suno does get it right.
Sometimes it does. You are correct on that. Colin, what do you think of that?
It gives a whole different twist on the album hearing them sing that song.
Oh, I got one for you. Hang on. I know if anybody wants to take off, it's okay. I'm not going to be offended if you have to go.
Yeah, I got to get up early, so
that's okay. I just got to do a Bayou Saints for Connell.
Get in.
All right, guys. Thanks, Bear.
No, my pleasure, Dan. Welcome to have you back, man. Hope everything's good with you, brother, and hope we'll see you around a lot more.
I'll try. Catch y'all later.
Connell, are you ready for this?
Yeah. What song are they doing?
Bells Beneath Stillwater.
Oh my.
Strikes at once, the ripples carry outward. The second toll is swallowed in the reed. The steeple sleeps where no hand dares to reach it. The glass collapsed, the pews became a grave. The saints were pulled into a blackened silence. The water keeps their echoes under stone. Still they ring bells beneath still water. Still they sing, though no choir breathes. Lives high, a chalice made of iron. The host dissolves like ash upon the tongue. The sermon bends, but never finds its ending. The water hums the liturgy by heart. Hear them toll, not for the living,
So what do you think of that one there, Connell?
Yeah, that sounds like a mixture of Tom Waltz,
Tom Waits.
and another band, Morning Ritual, who did a cover of Bad Moon Rising.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love it. That is, I love my singing wise. I can't go that low, but I love to take a crack out of that. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I'm a speaking baritone, but I'm what's one above baritone? Is it tenor?
Yeah,
Tenor.
yeah.
I'm a
Bass
low
baritone.
tenor.
I'm a
Sorry, what's that?
I'm a
Bass, baritone, then tenor.
Bass, baritone. Yeah. So I used to think I was a baritone, but I learned I was like a low tenor. When I speak, I'm baritone. I'm absolutely a baritone when I speak, but when I sing, I'm actually a very low range tenor.
that was bass. That was very
yeah.
much bass. I'm a baritone when I sing.
That's a low bass, even, I think. To me, I can see bass, but not that low.
That guy's down there when he sings, like he's down here singing.
That's like
Gives me a little bit. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash could kind of get low and kind of do that.
Yeah,
sound. There's a little bit of that him in there, which is awesome.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that's like 12 packs of cigarettes and a bottle of whiskey later bass. Is it on YouTube?
Not yet. It might be.
You're breaking my
heart. I don't remember if it's on YouTube or not. I don't think it is. I don't think I put it up yet. You each get one request. What is it? One.
Bayou Saints.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to picture the album.
Swear to God, if you say Shades of Midnight, I'm gonna fucking just disown you as a friend.
No.
Black Magic Vengeance, Black Velvet Voodoo, Bloodroot Revival, Burnin' Wings, Chains of Midnight, Hellcat on the Loose, Leather Magic, Silk Bond, Swamp Sin, and Voodoo Love and the Lowdown Slow.
The last one.
All right. And Sven, what do you got? Anything.
Let's go Lipstick Loaded Gun, Cherry Vandal.
Cherry Vandal. All right. We'll give Connell another Bayou fix so we can just put him in a coma, and then we'll hit Cherry Vandal.
Down in Louisiana, them women got voodoo in their hips, and they know just what to do with it. Sugar got a bite like glass. Voodoo love and the lowdown slow. Twist your soul till you can't let go. Voodoo love, yeah, voodoo true. She gon' take your heart and put a spell on you. touch you, you gone a while. Voodoo love in the low down slow. Burn your soul like a bayou glow. Voodoo love, share voodoo true. She gon' break your chains and make a fool of you. Down on Rue, my lady shun. She don't need no gree-gree bag, no candle flame. She is the spell, baby.
I'm still waiting for the second album.
I got to say, the guitarist for Bayou Saints, the more I listen to him, the more I say he's the best guitarist in the Zenith universe. And he seems to be a perfect mix of Steve Vai and Hendrix.
Yeah, quick question.
Sure.
On the first song you played from the reversion of it, was that a Spanish guitar
Oh, I don't know.
in the very
Might have
beginning?
been, I don't know.
It sounded like a Spanish guitar.
It sounded like a Spanish. Is that Old Dog Trey? That sounds like Old Dog Trey. All right, that's a Tombstone reference. Okay, so you wanted to change yours up for Shepherd. Which Shepherd song do you want?
Oh, let's go with the most recent one.
The most recent one. That's a loaded question. I got to look at the.
Shoot.
Which one's the most rated one? Hang on. Well, Vanguard, I think, is the most recent one, but that's not.
Yeah,
like you got Gloria, Legacy, Run with the Light, or This Is Our Time.
This Is Our Times, I think, is what I was thinking of.
Okay. Let's
I
do
don't
it.
think I heard that song, but I love the
Hands up right now. We were born in the fallout, raised on sparks and steel. Learn real fast what's fake and what's real. No silver spoons, no easy way in. We paid our dues just to earn this skin. They said, wait your turn, said know your place. So we carved our names in the cracks they made. No one carried us, no one cleared the way. If it mattered to us, we stayed and paid. No excuses, no alibis. We stand on truth, we don't live in lies. Every scar says we survive. We don't ask, we decide. This is our time. This is our rise. We don't if you're breaking. We share the weight, no crown is worth standing alone. We rise together, or we don't rise at all. This is our time, this is our stand. Every voice loud, every heart clenched tight. No more waiting, no more signs. We take the moment. This is our time. We don't blame ghosts or curse the past. We own every mile, we own every crack. What we become is on us alone. So we build tomorrow stone by stone. No permission, no second guess. We don't bow down, we don't confess. If the world won't open wide, we kick the door side by side. This is our time. This is our flame. We lift each other higher through the pain. No kings, no chains, no borrowed lights. We claim the now. This is our time. Stand up right now. This is our time.
I gotta say, man, they don't have a bad song. Shepherd's just one of those bands that comes together properly every time. Every time.
Amen. Rocking.
I'm missing. There's one song not showing up though. Interesting. Still Standing isn't showing up. That's weird. Glory. Oh, Glory, Legacy, Be Heroic. Yeah. Hang on. Run with the Light. This is Our Time. But Still Standing isn't showing there. I wonder why. Fucking Apple Online has got like so many headaches and problems. It doesn't even begin to. Apple Music's got such weird online bullshit. Anyway, guys, it was fun. Hope you had a good time. You muted yourself.
Yep, awesome.
You have a good time? You had a good
I
time?
know.
All right.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a
A lot of music
minute. We'll
since
do it
then,
again.
though.
Oh my god, so much music. I literally the past 2 weeks I've done like shit. How many fucking tracks have I done in the past 2 weeks? Like 40?
You had like 2 albums in one night, I think.
I'm up to 652 songs, which is 1.7 days of music. I did a Rain Demir album where she does the covers, Borrowed Voices. Borrowed Songs. I did the 2 Shimmer albums, the one where they did all their first Crystal and Shimmer stuff, and then their new album. So that's 3. I did Red Foxe. I did Noemi. So 5 albums minimum this week I did. And then like at least a dozen or 15 other songs. Like, holy shit. No wonder I'm out of credits. You're muted.
Yeah, you were on a roll there.
I was feeling inspired. Now I'll go back to a dry spell where I don't make anything new for a couple of months. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Had a good time. Everybody else, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you, and give us your comments, what you think of those songs we heard, and all that good stuff. But we're going to say goodnight, and I'm going to take this moment to remind you, like I always do on this channel, music is the glue that holds the world together. I'll catch you on the B side of a bad